to when we were younger. And let's look at the images of us on TV most of the time. The majority of the time, if the news wasn't on, you really didn't see us that much. If we weren't being escorted and didn't have the walk of shame and all this other stuff, and then in movies and things of that nature, we were pimps, we were very seldom doctors and all that. Mm-hmm. Now, B-17 today. Unfortunately, it's mostly entertainment, but still, entertainment has a major influence. So now you're looking at, here, you watch the NBA All-Star Game. We're filled, we're packed. Here, I was watching comedians in cars getting coffee, right? They showed Tracy Morgan's house. They showed Chris Rock's house. A couple other people's homes. And back then, they would have never showed that. You would have never saw. If a brother was living in a mansion like that, you would have never saw it. That was like, so your view of us, to a larger degree, is different. Yeah, we're still doing the shootings and stuff like that, but we're also doing a lot of other things. And we have what appears to be a lot more. Even though a lot of, talk about athletes and stuff like that, even though a high percentage of them go bankrupt and all that other stuff. But I'm just saying, when you really look at how, here, I'll break it like this for anybody that might be confused. Our rappers had clothes, cars, and chains. Mm-hmm. These rappers have mansions. Mm-hmm. I mean, in some of the videos it may not be theirs, but what you're seeing visually, you're seeing mansions, you're seeing Rolls Royces, Bentleys. I was a grown man when I knew what a Bentley was. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be honest with you, it wasn't that long ago. I mean, like maybe 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now you're seeing a young person, the Rolls Royce and Bentley, they're showing how these guys, the young rappers and stuff fly, and this and that and all that. So that if you're 17, you could look at us differently. You could look at us like we must be living.
See, I would
until we get pulled over.
I would argue that some things that have happened politically and otherwise have caused more racial division.
But I mean, like, I think you focus on what you want. I think, like you're saying, we know what's real. But I think if you're fixated, like, here, I'll give you an example. I'm going to say this. This is a bad thing to say, but it's true. Because of social media and IG and all this other stuff, it's breeding more hoes than we've ever seen in our life.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. Yeah. The aspirations that your butt is who you are and this is what you have to give to the world. Mm-hmm. And you're young. Mm-hmm. You haven't really thought, like, maybe if I use my brain. Because you go on IG.
It's a booty feed.
And the pervs spend money. Mm-hmm. Pervs they spend money. So now you got young women who are just like, forget about, my parents are talking about college. I could go on IG.
No, that's
lift
true.
my shirt up.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? True. So the game is so different than what.
Yeah,
and that's what we have to look at. We always have to remind ourselves that it's a different game than what we grew up with. Because, and then you also have, like I said, we've always had women who got pregnant by ball players and stuff like that. But now it's a goal. It's actually to the point where it should be taught at Harvard. You know what I'm saying? Because people are specializing in you know what I'm saying? And then when you have one, somebody sits you down and say, you know what? If you could get him to come home drunk again and drop another $2 million on you, have another kid, it doubles.
It's insane, but you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then what happens is, look at y'all know what I'm talking about. And then what happens is too, I see women who get frustrated because now you're entering that age where it's harder to get athletes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You might have to get the garbage dude now. And what's wrong with that? He's a regular dude. He got benefits. He can get your kids glasses. You know what I mean? But that's where we're at.
But the image of the garbage man is not the same.
Yeah, it's nothing glamorous about it.
Yeah, it's not the same.
But meanwhile, when he gets a prescription, there's no co-pays only like $20. That's not bad. That's not bad. You know what I mean? That's living.
Yeah, it's living, but it ain't luxury living.
And that's the problem.
Yeah, they want the
luxury.
They don't have to work for it.
Everybody doesn't have to live in luxury. Like, you don't have to.
I mean, fortunately for a lot of the young ladies who want that, a lot of these guys are just having multiple kids for some reason. these guys are dropping more nuts than a clumsy squirrel. I mean, I've never seen.
Yeah.
I've never seen guys who want so many kids from so many different women. You know what I mean?
I think it's easy because if you really had to sit with 10 children all day every day, you would not do
Ooh,
it.
yeah.
You wouldn't do
point.
it.
Good point.
If it was just you and this all happened to you and you had all them 10 kids came to you every single day, that would be the last thing you're thinking of. It's easy when I say, okay, I can go to your house, and I'll go to your house. But if they had to sit there the whole 10 kids, no, it wouldn't be happening.
That's a good
It
point.
would not be happening.
If they had to give birth to
Come
10
on,
kids,
there it is.
that would never happen.
Nope.
And here's how much the game has changed. Now you bring them all over to the house. You usually met your kids at the funeral. Like when you died, they all
Yeah, but
showed
everybody
up.
know each other.
Yeah, it's
All
like
cool.
it's like one big family now.
Yep,
Well,
we all
check
good.
this out. I'm
You got like 6 cars pulling up.
I'm gonna give you this perspective real quick. I'm gonna give you this.
All
Story.
right.
This is because some of that is definitely true. A lot of it is true. The other perspective is the image of being that is what sells, and the image of that is what you see a lot of in school. Not necessarily being that the person is exactly what they're showing. It's just the idea of looking
That's
that
true.
way. So it's like.
True.
Like, and even though you got, Nicki Minaj that they're talking about, wet ass pussy or whatever it is, so on and so forth, right? A lot of girls, like, they go out, they're dressed in a certain way, they're acting a certain way, but when it comes down to it, they're still not even that girl to even be getting caught up in that stuff. So I see a lot of that in the school that, it's like, I see that you ain't really that girl, but you're really putting it off like you are, and that's why you're getting the attention that you're getting. And it's only because that's what you're seeing so much of, that's what you're supposed to look like versus, getting attention because you have, clothing on. Like people talk, I have this thing about Lizzo where people say like, oh, she's just trying to show because she's full figured that you just have a problem with that. I said, well, check this out. I don't think Beyonce is nearly as big as Lizzo, but I still don't think that her whole image has to be being mostly naked most of the time, and she can still dance with a full suit on or something, and still perform and sing and everything. And I'll still.
Well, I agree with you.
You know what I'm
Especially as
saying?
a mother of 3. I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying?
No, people didn't like Rihanna's outfit. You know the first thing I thought about when I saw Rihanna's outfit? Honestly, this is what came to my head. I said, she's covered up.
She's a mom. She's covered.
She's covered up.
What you want?
I was like, that was my first impression.
No, she should have came out there half naked. And that's what, and I'm just like, no. Like I remember my child saying to me, my oldest, when she went to her, I think it was her prom, or it might have been actually, I think it was dance before that. But either way, she just felt like she was overdressed because she had a beautiful gown on. If she looked elegant, she looked very much like an African queen. But she was like, these girls didn't have nothing on. Like they basically had like a wrap on with some high heels. And I'm like, okay, but that's what's being portrayed out there. That's what Nicki Alden promote. This is what you got to be if you're trying to get, and then it's the guys you're trying to get. So then you look at the guys you're supposed to be getting, not the one that's going to work, not the one that's getting up 6:45, 6:30 in the morning. You have to be the guy with the locks and the gold and everything with the money wad and all this stuff. And it's not about how you got it, whatever it is. So you have all these people out here perping and trying to act like that, and they really ain't got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, but in their defense, that is what.
It ain't their fault.
Right.
It ain't their fault.
And that is what that generation of guys is going after.
That's what we're going.
Right.
Because
That's
as much
what they want, though.
as much as we're talking smack about the women, but it's like, look, we forgot to show them like, oh yeah, so we might be able to take the trash out a couple times. You know what I'm saying? We might be able to do, like, there's guys out there taking the trash out. There's guys out here who ain't mowing the lawn. There's guys out here who ain't even putting on the face of, I can open a door for you when you holding something.
They're doing the minute.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're not even, you know what I'm saying? It's to the point now where it's like, okay, I get it, honey, because we're not even showing you the men that you're supposed to be seeing. We're showing you these other people. We're showing you T.I. We're showing you, we're showing, I got money, but I'm still acting ratchet. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's
I'm
true.
still being ratchet. You know what I'm saying? I'm still being
To
ratchet.
adjust to. Because if I had all the money they had, you wouldn't even see me. I'd be in my back pool all the time.
That's why I give it to Jay-Z on a certain level, because it's like, look, the man that made money Bennett made money. You don't see them out there trying to be like, you know,
You
doing
don't
all
see them
this.
taking the water money, putting it up to their ear.
Or
Right.
they're like J. Cole, who still rides his bike.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wears his Crocs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, all this new stuff going on. It's like, you know, Ti, you supposed to act like, you know, the person you say. If you want to try to use big words, you know, all the time, you know what I'm saying? You know,
That does crack.
then I need you to act. I need you to be on that level. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop.
The way he tries to do that, then
This is you. As soon as he says that, we didn't find out about this. I'm finna do this. I was like, dang, dude, like, what's is it, bro?
you know, like this country intellectual. You know what I mean?
I'd like you to have those funds over to me expeditiously. I noticed you were perspiring over there. And I was wondering what kind of antiperspirant you were using.
I'm watching an interview with him, and I'm like thinking the same thing. It's like, dude, why don't you just chill? Like, relax.
Calm down, bro.
Yeah, like, relax. Yeah, what's wrong with you?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Like, contrary to popular belief.
Right. Contrary. Somebody's boy is smoking a blunt. Contrary to what you think, nigga used to owe me some money. It's like, come on, man.
I've been known to congregate in the hood.
In the neighborhood.
In the neighborhood.
But no, so you know, like I said, I see it all the time. I see it with my babies every day, and it's like, baby, you ain't got to be like that. It's like, I'm sorry, that's what you see, though. Yeah. That's what you see all the time, and brother, you ain't got to be like that. I know that's what you see. Sorry, we ain't giving you better examples.
Yeah.
No, nobody's patient anymore either. They want it now.
But that's why I said we had the discussion last time. I said, what rapper today you gonna hear 30 years from now? That's what I'm saying. Who's gonna be that
But
one?
that is a good question.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Who's
that's
gonna
a
be?
good question.
Who's gonna be touring 30 years from now that you really still trying to hear? Like what they're doing? You want to see Future 30 years from now?
I don't see Future now. I don't get. I don't.
But I'm just.
I don't know if it's
20 years from now.
I don't get
20
Future.
years from now. Do you want to hear? You want to see Future? 20
This
years
is
from
for the
now.
guy who don't get the whole Future thing. Really, really.
I mean, I get it to where like I've listened to, like, you know, being around the kids and playing the music all the time. The beats are rough sometimes, and I'm sort of like, okay, this is kind of hard, but I always have to tune out what the lyrics are in order for me to really like the music. Because the second I home in on it, it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean no disrespect. It's here. I'm a firm believer that everybody should do what you do, whatever it is that you do. If you rap, go ahead and rap. If you sing, go ahead and sing. If you play guitar, go ahead and play guitar. I don't think everybody should be brought into the studio and say, here's a manufactured track. Say something, we'll fix it, we'll put it out, you'll make money. I don't believe everybody should just have that with no,
but that's what the people want. You can manufacture that all day long.
It's true. That's what happened, I believe, when the money got bigger. I believe that's what happened, because if you look at, we go back to the music thing, you had all these bands, but then when you hear the bands do interviews and documentaries, they always talk about how somebody tries to pull the lead singer from the group and take the lead singer from the group.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he goes because now he has more money. He don't have to divide nothing and all that other stuff. And that's what it was. It was a money thing, because before that, they was all funkin'.
Well, I look at it like this. It'd be a good idea right now to be a record producer, whatever it is, so on and so forth, because it seems like you don't really have to really pay people all like that. Like, you get out there, like, okay, first thing, have you shot anybody recently? Yes? Okay, cool, come on. Are people out there trying to kill you about right now? Yeah? Cool, all right, that's what's up. So we're going to hit this record real quick, all right, boom. I'm going to make money off of you, but we're going to jail or they're dead pretty soon, so it's all good. Because that's all I see right now. Like TMZ, not TMZ, TMZ or Vlad. Now, Vlad's my source for young black for young black rappers, that I've never heard of before in my life that just got killed, and they were like 15. I'm like, wait a minute.
And they're from somewhere you didn't even know had rappers.
Yeah, right. They said the video, he got a stack of money. I'm like, yeah, he's 15, he didn't even get a chance to spend it all. That's wild. But who made money off of his mouth? Who made money off his music, though? You know what I'm saying? So looking back, like, who made money off of this? Because they're still playing it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right,
Yep. It's like they
that
talk
would be
about
the time.
Like they talk about that 360 deal.
Look,
Artists don't get anything.
I'll sign 20 of you right now. I know only 2 of y'all gonna live over the past, and that's not even being funny. It's real. So it's like, and that's different than us coming up. Yeah, you at least got at least 2 albums out of a deal before we either booed you off or
When the great group said at least 3-4 albums.
at least, and they weren't out every year.
No.
They weren't out every year. You get one group, maybe a year and a half, 2 years later, maybe something else come out, but you like, all right, that's what's up.
Yeah.
But Master P did that though. Master P was the one that, remember, he had his own section at National Record Mart. Remember Master P?
Yeah.
No Limit had their own section. I ain't gonna lie, there was a whole section of No Limit artists. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Thought about it, ride it.
Thought I told you.
You heard me? You heard me?
genius, genius.
Yes.
Make a sound effect.
If you can get him to dance,
Millions.
Yep.
Ad lib, yep.
you can get him to dance, you'll be all right.
I ain't bought none of his chips, but I mean,
Oh man,
Rap
yeah.
snacks.
I refuse to buy rap snacks.
I saw rap snacks in the store the other day.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was quite impressed.
I mean, I'm just saying
They
I
had
mean,
bigger bags than I
but
thought.
my thing is, why has her brother got to sell stereotypical products? Like
yeah.
why we got to be, it's like, we just can't. Do we have to have all of our stuff with gangsters and thugs on our stuff to say that's what we?
But this goes back
we don't
to
have
They
what
to
got
do
the
that.
noodles now too.
But this
They
goes
got
back to
the-
what I'm saying.
Cup of noodles, wrap snacks.
I missed that.
Well, you need them when you go to
Can you
jail.
see Claire? Can you see Cliff and Claire Huxtable going to the store to buy rap snacks for the rest of the Huxtable children?
But this goes back to what I was
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
Because we know, wait a minute, we know white kids is being rebellious against their parents. What better to be in Walmart and take the rap snacks and put it
You better take those fucking snacks and take them the hell out this goddamn heart. You better take those freaking rap snacks the fuck out that court right fucking now.
rap snack and I'm out of here. Snoop Dogg.
You'll be walking back to Plum all by yourself, you hear me? You'll be up to 86
You and I.
with a deer right up your head.
I will drive by you in the Escalade and won't even stop.
No, they have Priuses now. Eco-friendly.
You don't want to leave a carbon footprint.
Put those down and get those Honey Nut Cheerios right away. Let's go.